Okay, London session done. I took two trades. First thing I do is I go through all my London pairs, mark off the signal days. There are quite a bunch. The one that I only took one forex pair, was this EURCAD trade. Signal day, fake out day, that's going in the direction of the last daily breakout bar. So it's basically a pullback continuation trade. So breakout, that was a breakout high. It broke above the previous high. So I'm looking at a breakout high and then a fake out of the low. So that's a breakout continuation. The daily's in a breakout continuation cycle. The idea is to take a trade from the low of the day, bring it up to the previous day high. That's the first TP. And then the second TP is high of the structure. I took an identical trade this morning on some Aussie pair. I can't remember, but it's the same exact setup. Fake out with previous day high and the structure high as the target. So first thing I do all of that. I put all the trend signals in one chart and I go through to see which one can I take. So this is a trend signal day, these red ones. On a trend signal day, I'm looking for a trend retracement setup. Fake out of at the high of the day going down. That's a 3-star setup for me. But there's a bunch of rules that I need to have in order to take it. And every single one of them had already violated all the rules. So I was able to remove all the red ones from my watch list. Didn't need to look at that at all. In Asia and London, I only trade the setup that goes with the signal day. I don't look for reversals or break and retest. I just trade that one setup. Uh, so once all that was done, I took a look at the other signal days, and long story short, they were all violated as well. There were different signal days, but none of them gave any sort of entry. Previous day high had already been triggered. Um, some of them I wanted to take. Which one? Some of them I wanted to take down, but they were already down. So there was just none of these were available for me to take, except for EURCAD. So for EURCAD, I love it when this happens, when I'm able to go through all my watch list and narrow down everything to just one pair. It makes things pretty easy. So EURCAD was the only forex pair that I was able to take. Um, so EURCAD signal day, coming into the session, I start looking for entries at 2 p.m. Jakarta time, which is London Open, right here. And so coming into the session, uh, I was looking for a low of the day to buy up to previous day high. I'm going to take a look what happens at high of day. First thing, there was a 1 hour bar that closed breakout. Now, I don't like to counter trade a breakout bar. This shows me that the 1 hour traders are pushing down. So, in order for me to counter a 1 hour trader push down, I'm looking for an M15 fake out to take it up. So I did get M15 fakeouts before the session, but the range is too narrow for me to take. What I do is I like to see uh, a higher time frame previous low, in this case, the previous H8 low triggered, and then I look at the last bearish breakout bar. That's the market's telling me that the 15-minute is all pushing down. What I want to see is a breakout bar that takes out that level. And so the range, this is a 1 hour H1 range. This is M15 breakout levels. The range is too narrow for me to take, so I wasn't interested yet. The next hour looked pretty promising. What I wanted to see was a breakout of the H1 in order for me to bring down this breakout level to take a setup in that way, but it didn't. It faked out instead. However, along the way there was a breakout on the M15. So none of these are breakout bars until this one, which closes below the low. So once that happened, I was able to bring down the M15 breakout level to down here, which is more reasonable to take. So all I have to do now is wait for a fake out of the previous peak. So here's the previous peak. There was a fake out of that. Um, and then I'm looking to enter as it breaks this level, the M15. I want the M15 in my way. And then I also want to close inside the H8. The idea being that when a higher time frame chart peak gets faked out, let me find one. Let me find a good one. When the peak gets faked out, that's usually the first sign that the uh, the time frame is about to reverse. But the confirmation only happens once it breaks the breakout level. Once that happens, then I could take it down. In that case, in this case, the breakout level was above here, but I can still take it because there's enough room for me to go break even. So what I'm looking for in this case was I saw the M15 breakout and price faked out the previous peak, and then I wanted to close inside. So again, this is a previous H8 low, closed inside there, and that's all I look for. I don't count pushes or anything like that. For me, the market isn't reversing because I'm able to count one, two, three, four pushes or draw a trend line. The market's reversing because the higher time frame is now reversing and pushing in that direction. Um, yeah, so I don't count pushes or anything like that. I strictly just look at levels. So once closed inside the H8, I entered. Target is at the previous day high. That's the first target. Second target is high of the structure. Yeah. So uh, that's how I entered into EURCAD. What else about this? That's it. There was also the H8 breakout levels. There was a cluster of them over here. We had the H1 as well that I had to look at. Uh, so when price is going in that direction of the breakout level, it's still forming its peak, but once it breaks and goes the opposite direction, this whole thing is possibly a peak formation. It's not confirmed yet, but that's the idea. So once price was about to get to this cluster of breakout levels, then I go break even. Usually, I'm fine taking it, keeping my stop loss down here, but there were so many clusters of breakout levels here that I needed to preserve my capital, go break even, and let's see what it does. Let's see what happens at high of day. These are for me, these are high probability setups. I'm not gonna uh, cut them short. I really want to see them play out. If it goes all the way to the top of the structure, I'm looking at about 5, 6 R. Good, that's good enough for me. I'm happy with this trade. If I get break even, that's fine as well. I'm okay with that. So that was the EuroCAD trade. There was nothing else on Forex for me. Lots of movement. I think there was lots of JPY pair movement, but um, the setup was already gone for me, so I didn't take any of that. Uh, the other pairs I look at in London, NAS, US 30, oil, gold, D30, and UK 100. Gold, I did not have any setup on gold. Gold for me was, I think it was bullish, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, everything to me was bullish. Daily breakout, weekly breakout level, monthly breakout level, above monthly high, faked out the previous week low recently. The week breakout level, week breakout low has been uh, reversed, right? So remember when that happens, it's a possible peak formation for me. So I did not want to take this down. I wanted to take this up. So I did not look at gold. The other ones did not have any setups for me except for oil. So oil was a second trade that I took. First, DE30, there was I wanted to take this as a breakout. Um, However, the range was so small that I just couldn't take that, and even if I did, it would have ended up break even. So my breakout setup, I'm looking for a previous H8 high breakout, which happens over here. Previous H8 high, this green line, and then above previous day high breakout. So it happened here. On a breakout setup, I'm looking for either a pullback trigger or retracement trigger, which is a previous M15 low fake out above the previous H8 high. So I have the M15 low fake out here. So I could have entered on the 1 minute, but my target would have been the, what is this, high of week, I think. Yeah. Just, the risk to reward is so low, it's not worth it. So I did not take anything on DE30. UK 100, think I don't think I had a good read on UK 100. It just broke out and never came back. Yeah. So the only other trade I took was on oil. Give me a second. Okay. Sorry about that. So oil. All right. So oil did not have a signal day, but monthly was bearish. Weekly was bearish. Daily was bullish. Had just taken the breakout day breakout low. So the day breakout low. This is the last breakout bar level. I'm bullish above, bearish below. Coming into the session, the H8 was bullish, H4 was bullish, and we're above the previous day high. So my session is 2 p.m. right here. However, we were at the previous week low. We had just gotten above it. So in this case, there's a possibility that this is a breakout reversal, right? So here's the weekly breakout low, and then we faked out the previous week low. So when we are at a breakout low and we fake out the previous low, that's a breakout reversal cycle. However, at the same time, we have the previous day high. We're above the previous day high. So we did also break out below the previous week low and uh, above the previous day high. So when we're below the previous week low and above the previous day high, we're in a counter trend breakout cycle. So I had two confluences telling me that the cycle is a bullish cycle. However, I was unsure because of the higher time frames pushing down. We also have previous month high. Um, yeah, so I wasn't 100% sure about this, so I needed a bit more information coming into the session at 2 p.m. London Open in Jakarta. Price was up high, came down. I was thinking this is possibly a breakout reversal, right? This is a previous day high, faking out the previous H8, as well as taking out the last bullish breakout level. So this could possibly have also been a breakout reversal trade. Breakout reversal trade. I didn't take that, but it's a possible setup that I skipped. Breakout reversal, TP is to the previous day high. So could have taken this straight to the previous day high for about 1 hour. Skipped it because the range is too small for me. So what gave me the hint that this was going up was it did not fake out the previous H1 high. It left that alone. And then when it came down, didn't close below the previous day high. So the previous day high is still bullish. I have the H1 breakout level here. It's right in the middle of it. Still bullish. And then the next bar came down and faked it out over here. Here's the H1. The next bar came down and came back up. So first sign of a reversal for me is a fake out of the previous higher time frame peaks. And so once this closed with an M15, strong M15 bar like that, pin bar, I had the idea of taking it up, but I wanted to break out of the H8. So I took this as a breakout trade. Again, breakout trades, previous H8 high has to be above the previous H8 high, previous day high breakout, and it's red. So I'm looking for a retracement trigger, which is a previous M15 low fake out above the previous H8 high breakout. Here's the M15 low fake out. And so I entered once it broke out of the high. And so I'm currently in this still. Could have had a better entry if I dropped down, but this was a bit of a counter trend, a bit risky because of the monthly and weekly pushing down. But I did see this as a false breakout, and so I'm also trading a false breakout uh, on the weekly. So I'll be exiting or I'll be taking partials when I get uh, a breakout bar that closes below the breakout level. I'll be taking partials. Otherwise, I'll be holding on to this. So that's it. Those are my two trades. Took oil and then EURCAD. So this one is at the H4 high. I might be taking partials on this soon. See how this closes, but that's it.